it is time to tell you how to spend your weekend on the couch.
With the Butt Groove Guide.
And we call that the Butt Groove Guide because we want you to focus on two things.
Your
One,
butt groove.
Well, I was going to say football first. But secondly...
Your butt groove.
You just like saying that.
I do. I think it's quite comical.
We're going to tell you how to spend your weekend. How to spend your weekend sitting down on your couch watching as much football as possible. Here's what to watch this week, okay? And, of course, a lot of these games, the high school games, are going to be streaming on TexanLive.com, so we hope that you'll check out TexanLive.com, where you can watch literally dozens of high school football games.
So many.
Lots of high school football games. So many that's kept Pickle up late at night.
You're literally not wrong.
Darn tootin' I am. All right, let's start with tonight, Thursday. Thursday!
Dateline!
Start with Thursday. So it's 6 o'clock. We got Katy and Seven Lakes. Okay? That's on TexanLive.com. Now, look. I am not here to tell you that this is going to be a spectacular game. Now, Seven Lakes is 3-1. They're not a pushover. And Katy's had some trouble recently. But Katy's probably going to win this game. I think they're the favorite. But if you want to have something on at 6 o'clock, you can do a lot worse than seeing the number 2 team in 6A play against a critical district game against Katy Seven Lakes. So 6 o'clock on Texan Live. 7 o'clock when things really get cooking because I got two. Because I need you to go two. Then you gotta have 2 wide. And by the way, I guess I should mention
3 screen it.
3 screens. We're working under the assumption you have a maximum of 3 screens: TV, computer, phone. Okay. 7 o'clock. You had Fort Bend, Hightower, and Manville on TexanLive.com. I think that's the best game in 5A D1 this week.
Yeah.
It's great. This is a big-time matchup, big-time showdown, district matchup. I think there's a fair chance this is the district championship game. Let me make sure I'm not putting my foot in my mouth. I'm fairly certain that I think this is the district championship game.
I would be very surprised if it was not.
I mean, look, depending on what you think of Katy Pato, they'll have something to say about this.
Yeah.
But it's a huge game. 3-1.
They'd have to grab both of them, though.
3-1 Manville, 2-1 Fort Bend Hightower. I think this is probably the District 10 5A Division I title game. That game is tonight at 7 o'clock on Texan Live. Also, I want you to be watching Katy Tompkins and Katy Cinco Ranch.
I'm big on Cinco Ranch.
This is
sneaky.
Critical. Okay? Guys, this is a massive game for a lot of different reasons. Now, I think Tompkins is your favorite, okay? Tompkins looked very good. But it's a match of unbeatens. Not a lot of those going on, right? The other thing about this, okay? If you listen to Tepper and Step, our premium high school football podcast, you can hear Matt Stepp lay out why Cinco Ranch might be the most important team in Texas high school football this year. Here's why. If Cinco Ranch makes the playoffs, then Katy goes to the Division I bracket. If Cinco Ranch does not make the playoffs, then Katy goes to the Division II bracket. Okay? If that's that's the way that this thing's working out. Keep an eye on this.
That would be huge.
Now, Tompkins is the favorite in this one. One might argue a heavy favorite in this one.
Yes.
But this would be if they could steal it, and they are. Cinco Ranch is 3-1. I'm sorry, I think I mentioned they were 4. No, they are not. They are 3-1. There's a good team that can score some points. If they can steal this one, we start to get a really much sharper vision of what this thing looks like. So keep an eye on that. Cinco Ranch is a critical team to how things are going to shake out in District 19-6A. Katy Tompkins and K Cinco Ranch. And by the way, you can watch Katy Tompkins, who's a really, really, really good team. So keep an eye on that one. That is Thursday. Friday!
Dateline.
Big slate of games on TexanLive.com.
Huge.
We've got one game at 6 o'clock. It's the Woodlands College Park in Katy Maid Creek.
Maid Creek's kind of rolling.
If you want something on TV, Maid Creek, you can watch them. 7 o'clock's tough. 7 o'clock, you got a lot of options.
So many of them.
Got a ton of games starting at 7 o'clock. Okay? I want to send you, we're going to go 3 screens. Oh, boy. How am I going to limit this? 3 screens. Okay.
There's a clear-cut favorite here, I feel like.
North Shore Westbrook?
Either that, I mean,
Tomball
Memorial.
Tomball Memorial. I think that's probably your big screen.
I was going to say, big screen with the rivalry
good rivalry
and everything.
game.
It's hard to beat that.
Tomball coming off a really impressive win last week to remain unbeaten. Keep an eye on them. That game's at Tomball ISD Stadium. Jay Dunson on the call. That game's at 7.
And then, I would go North Shore Westbrook.
North Shore Westbrook's probably next. This game's in Beaumont. It's a tricky travel for North Shore. I think North Shore is the favorite in this one. But this is a big district game. I think the winner of this game
becomes the front runner.
No, because Atascocita is not District 2.
That's true.
But this is like a semifinal, right? This is like a semifinal to go up against Atascocita. The winner of this game is going to be the chief challenger to Atascocita, at least in that district championship. For that district championship, I think North Shore's your favorite in that one. The other one I want to send you to is Dickinson and Clear Falls. Dickinson continues to just run an absolute murderer's row early in the season. They have played. Let me pull up their schedule real quick.
It's been a gauntlet.
Okay. Dickinson opened up against Manville and won 45-42. The next week they played Fort Bend Ridgepoint and lost by 3 or lost by 6. Then they played Katy and they lost by 7. Then they played unbeaten Pasadena Adobe last week. Now they open up district play against 4-0 Clear Falls. They have run an absolute gauntlet. I think this game's really tight. I think this game's really interesting. A big question for me in this one is whether or not what the Katy or what the Dickinson defense looks like, because they've been a little bit up and down. If they can shore up here entering district play, then they're going to be maybe the favorite in District 24 6A. If you want to call this a district championship game, I think you're within your rights. I think Clear Springs might have a little word with you, but I think this game's going to be very, very interesting. By the way, Brazos Wood's 3-1, but I think Dickinson still would be a favorite in this one. The winner of this game is at least in the driver's seat to win District 24 6A. So that is where I want to send you at 7 o'clock. If one of those games gets out of hand when 7:30 rolls around, go ahead.
I was going to say Chapel Hill and Athens.
Athens and Chapel Hill.
That's a hipster.
Well, so here's the thing. Athens and Chapel Hill is a battle of unbeatens. Really impressed by Athens. They have improved so much there. Chapel Hill's their biggest test to date. That'll be good. But Pickle, 7:30, Chase is going to get to call Mid-County Madness.
Yeah. In
PNG
case that
Nederland
swung under your radar.
PNG Nederland kicks off at 7:30. If you've never watched Mid-County Madness, it's Port Neches Groves and Nederland. They're meeting for the 98th time. This is a big-time rivalry. In my opinion, the best rivalry in Texas high school football.
I think our computer spread was like 14 on this one, and I was like...
No, this is a one-score game. It's always a one-score game.
Is it?
When these two get together, it's all... Oh, no. I don't know what the computer says. I'm telling you, when they get together, it's always a one-score game.
That when I saw the 14 from the computer, I was like... No. Ooh, I wouldn't buy in on that.
So you've got to clear some room for that because you need to watch PNG Nederland, if only for the scene. The scene is going to be crazy, okay? And by the way, Nederland, state-ranked, Port Neches Groves, I think pretty darn good. They're the team that Tom Ball beat last week. I'm very intrigued by this game. Very intrigued by this game. So you got to clear the decks, clear a screen for that. So here's the problem. 7 o'clock. So it's 7 o'clock. Tom Ball Memorial, and Tom Ball. Dickinson and Clear Falls, and North Shore Westbrook, okay? One of those games will be a stinker. If one of those games gets out of hand, switch over to Nederland PNG. If two of those games gets out of hand, switch over to Athens and Chapel Hill.
Yep, I agree.
That's the plan for Friday, I think. I don't feel great about it. It's as good as we can do. It's as good as we can do. Okay. Now, Saturday!
Dateline!
I want to see if there's a stream for one of these other games. Let me see.
Are you looking for the game of the week stream? Is there a stream of the... Oh, yeah, you said there was. The college game of the week.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to find that too. Don't worry. We'll get to that one. So, I want to see if there's a stream for that one. But... Let's see. Sorry. I should have done this, but it just hit me. I forgot that was a Saturday, which is a weird game. Weird date. Anyway. Let's start over. Saturday!
Daylight!
11 a.m. Kick off your day with the Iron Skillet.
Yep.
In fact, it's a great 11 a.m. slate. You got a pair of games. SMU TCU, Iron Skillets on FS1. Make sure you're watching that. And then you also got Tech and Texas kicking off on ABC. So you got a lot going on. You're busy on Saturday morning. Tell your significant other that you're busy.
Yeah.
So that's at 11 a.m. Okay. 1 o'clock on ESPN Plus. If you need a third screen, Texas State's at Eastern Michigan. You're waiting. What you're doing is you're waiting till 2:30.
Yeah.
At 2:30.
Go ahead and get the lunch in right then.
So
maybe.
2:30, you're gonna need to those games will be over or wrapping up. A&M and Arkansas needs to be on your big screen.
Yes.
First big test for A&M. First opportunity to really see them face some resistance.
Always a fun game.
Always a wild game. Going to be a good one. On your second screen, you're putting UTSA in Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? We'll talk about it a little bit later in our burning questions. This might be the biggest hurdle left for UTSA.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big game. Big game going to Memphis, a good Memphis team. Keep an eye on this one. UTSA in Memphis is on ESPNU. That needs to be on your second screen. On your third screen, put Baylor and Iowa State. I would love for Baylor to make that a game. I kind of worry that Iowa State's defense is going to swallow them whole. That's what I'm really worried about in that game. I'm worried that game's going to end like 21-3.
Yeah, it'll just
ugly.
be a pounding rock fight of grossness.
Gross. I'm worried about that. Okay. So now we're matriculating to the evening. Okay. Matriculating to the evening. At 6, so it's at 5:30 on ESPN 3. You can watch Rice and Texas Southern if you're a Rice fan or a Texas Southern fan.
Hoot hoot.
6 o'clock on your big screen. I need you
the game of the week
to go to either the Mary Hardin Baylor or the Hardin Simmons website and stream Hardin Simmons and Mary Hardin Baylor.
Number 1 versus number 6
in Division 3. This is the American Southwest Conference Championship game, in my opinion. You need to be on this game. Plain and simple. No excuses. Be on this game. This is, in my opinion, the best college football game in the state this weekend. It's a top 6 matchup in Division 3. You can stream it, I believe, for free on the Hardin Simmons website or the Mary Hardin Baylor website. So stream that game. 6 o'clock also, we've got a couple of games on Texan Live. Houston Northbrook and Cy Creek, Spring Breakfast Memorial, and Jersey Village.
Ooh.
If you're into high school football, you can do that.
This isn't on Texan Live, but did you realize we had Region 4 After Dark action happening? La Vega and Miller?
That's the stream I was looking for.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
That's the stream I was looking for.
I didn't realize that was
I don't know. Is
this
there a stream?
Saturday.
I
don't know.
So if you can find a stream, and if I find one, I will tweet it out.
Oh, it's at 2:30, so it's not After Dark.
So 2:30.
Matinee edition.
Okay. Well, then if you can find a stream, and if I find a stream, I'll let go. Then I'll be honest, put that on instead of Iowa State Baylor.
Yes, absolutely.
Put that on instead of Iowa State Baylor. Elsewhere, it's kind of a rough slate at night. North Texas goes to Louisiana Tech on Stadium. I think that game is going to be ugly. Navy goes to Houston on ESPNU. I do not think Navy's very good, so I think Houston should stomp them out. And then on ESPN Plus, 8 o'clock, New Mexico at UTEP. 8 o'clock kick, UTEP, a 1.5-point favorite.
3-1 Miners.
You also at 7 o'clock have Houston CE King and Kingwood. Chase Snyder on the call there for TexanLive.com. So a lot of options on Saturday. It is really important that you wake up and get that early slate in. The best part of the day is 11 a.m. to about 5.
Yeah.
Or 5:30, whenever those 2:30 kicks end, right? That's the best part of the day. The nightcap, watch Hardin Simmons and Mary Hardin Baylor.
Yeah, there's your
Other
nightcap.
than that, every other one of those games, I mean, if you're a fan, obviously watch them, but they're going to be a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
So
maybe rest up for that Sunday NFL action at that point.
Right. That is your Butt Groove Guide. We're Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out TexasFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.